This one's a tough one for me, boys, because I can't do it where I make myself do it, but I don't want to. That's kind of the point with the whole idea of doing good. It's not a matter of emotion or feeling right about it. It's about doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. I know that doesn't make a whole lot of sense right now, but hopefully at the end of the next 7 or 8 minutes, it'll make a whole lot more sense. So, what's good, my boys? It's your old man, Papa, back on the mic for the boys, where we wrestle with big stuff, no filter, just truth, and a little grit. Today I'm talking to you, sons, about forgiveness. Not the pat on the back, we're cool kind, but the wild, Jesus-level forgiveness that goes 70 times 7 and keeps going. Sounds impossible, right? Yeah, mostly it's impossible by ourselves. We got to get some assistance from God to pull this one off, but it's the right thing to do. This is forgiveness to a fault, beyond what any sane person calls common sense, where you forgive for the sake of the one who wronged you and for your own soul's renewal. Heck, even to the point of asking them for forgiveness. But don't get it twisted, boys. This ain't about dodging justice or letting folks off the hook for their messes. It's about you, the forgiver, finding peace and getting right with God through humility and gratitude, no matter what the world thinks. So grab a seat, maybe a stiff drink, and let Papa strum at his busted guitar, lay it out in 5 points with just enough rye to keep you listening. Jesus level forgiveness, 70 times 7, and then some. All right, boys, let's start with Jesus, who said, forgive not 7 times, but 70 times 7. Basically, infinity plus. This ain't about keeping score or waiting for an apology. It's forgiving the guy who cuts you off in traffic, the friend who stabs you in the back, even an enemy who don't deserve it. Forgiving family members who've done them dirty, lying, cheating, worse. And it's messy, but it's freeing. This kind of forgiveness is nuts by worldly standards, because it don't demand the other guy grovel. It's about you choosing to let go, not because they earned it, but because it's right. And it's cutting a rope that's been choking you and the other. Suddenly, you both can breathe again. That's the sound of a heart setting itself free, boys. Two, forgiving them, but mostly for you. Here's the kicker, sons. Forgiveness ain't just a gift to the one who screwed you over. It's medicine for your own soul. When you hold a grudge, it's like carrying a sack of rocks. Your back's breaking, not theirs. Forgiving lets you drop that load, and it's spiritual renewal, plain and simple. But it's also for them, because when you forgive, you're giving them a chance to see grace in action, maybe even change their ways, forgiving deadbeat dads or backstabbing co-workers. And the crazy part? Taken to a purely nonsensical level, ask the other guy for forgiveness. Like, hey, I held this hate too long, my bad. That's next level, boys. And it's not about you saying you were wrong, it's about humbling yourself to heal the rift. That's where you get closer to God, because you're living like He does, grace first, no questions asked. That's your soul getting lighter, boys. Justice ain't forgiveness. They're different beasts. Now don't get it twisted, boys. Forgiving like Jesus doesn't mean folks skate on consequences. You can forgive the thief who stole your wallet, but the courts will still punish the bad guy. You can forgive the drunk driver who smashed your car, but they still gotta face the judge. Forgiveness is personal, spiritual. It's about cleaning your heart, not erasing the law. Some folks think forgiving means dropping charges, but it ain't that. Our moral duty to justice, keeping society from turning into a free-for-all. Don't bend just 'cause you forgive. You forgive 'cause it's the right thing to do for your soul and for your walk with God, not to save the other guy from a cell. It's like forgiving a snake for biting you, but you still cage it so it don't bite again. That's keeping it real, boys, no matter what the bleeding hearts say. Humility and gratitude, the roots of forgiveness. This forgiveness thing don't work without humility and gratitude, sons. And that's the truth. Humility says, I ain't perfect either. I've messed up too. Gratitude says, God's forgiven me 1,000,000 times, so who am I to hold a grudge? Living as God intended says, these things never should have happened in the first place, and we need to return to that original state to be right with Him and the world. Together, they're the engine that powers this crazy 70 times 7 forgiveness. When you're humble, you don't need to be the one who's right. You just want to be right with God. When you're grateful, you see every chance to forgive as a gift, like God saying, here's your shot to be more like me. That's what ties you to Him, boys, not to what the neighbors think. That's the sound of getting your heart becoming human as God intended it to be. Forgive because it's right, not for the applause. Last one, sons, and it's straight from the get. You forgive because it's right, period. Immanuel Kant style. Like it's a law written in your bones. It don't matter if it fixes your relationships, makes your coworkers like you, or gets you a pat on the back. You do it because it's right. And that's enough. This world's obsessed with social points, no calling out this or canceling that. But forgiveness ain't about the crowd. It's about you renewing your spirit. And maybe, just maybe, giving the other guy a glimpse of something bigger. Even if they spit in your face, you forgive, because it's not about them. It's about you staying true to what's eternal. That's living for the right reasons, boys, no matter who's watching. Listen up, sons, 'cause this is for you. Forgiveness ain't easy. It's a Jesus-level 70 times 7 gut punch that goes beyond common sense. You forgive the one who wronged you, sure. You forgive your own soul to set it free and set it right with God. You even ask them for forgiveness, humbling yourself to heal the wound. But don't mix it up with dodgin justice. Let the law do its thing, because forgiveness is personal, spiritual, a renewal that don't depend on the world's rules. It's rooted in humility and gratitude, the kind that ties you closer to God. Forgive because it's the right thing to do, like a law etched in your heart, even if it don't change a damn thing for anybody else. Papa, strumming this busted guitar for you, 'cause I want you living with souls that shine, no matter how dark it gives. For the boys, I'm out.